Hertha Hero with Hertha Berlin on Football Manager 2020 with me, Foggy Plays. Today is my birthday, as you can see, I'm 30.
Happy birthday!
So we're going to have a little bit of a different video today than I said we were going to. I've had quite a busy couple of days, so I've not been able to record basically anything. So we're only going to play the first leg today. The next episode we'll play the second leg against PSG. But today we're just going to see how we get on in the first leg. Because as I said, it's my birthday. I had a bit of a sleep in. So it is 15 minutes until the video is supposed to be coming out. So as you might tell, the video's not going to be out at 1. As you already know, because you'll be watching this and it's not going to be 1 o'clock. So as you can see, Juventus and Hoffenheim have already played and drawn. Real Madrid beat AC Milan in their game, and Barcelona play Leon in today's games. Since you were here last in the draw with Liverpool, we went and beat Wolfsburg 3-0, Kyle George and Catrone with the goals. Then against Bayern Munich, we drew 2-2. Very disappointing. Dirivaldo Fonseca scored for us though, which was delightful. Catrone was absolutely shocking. And then we went and played Freiburg, 4-1 victory. Eduardo Luiz, Kyle George brace, and Stanchu with the goal as well. We gave a couple of people first games of the season. Knyokin played his first game for us. Sum Young Ho and Raul Stanchu all played their first games this league season. So they're all going to get a winner's medal if and when we manage to actually get one. We are 2 points clear of Bayern Munich at this current moment. I think we play, it's Werder Bremen is our next game. Not long left in the old league season either. We have had a youth intake, which we've already had some of the players get signed. If we look at the under 19s, there wasn't an awful lot of good players in it. Samit Carr is the best one to have come out of it. He looks quite good, 5-star potential. We'll see how he gets on. Giving him an actual contract for when he turns 17, which is yeah, okay, I looked at the year and I was like, how is that possible? So in 18 months, 20 months, he signs a 1.5k a week contract, and we have a left winger here who looks decent. We're training him to be a right winger, to be an inside forward, because I think that's more suited to what he can do. Although he does like to run down the left with the ball, which is less than ideal. We did give a couple of some contracts to some random players as well, like this Lithuanian guy who's meh, this German centre back who's a bit meh, I think, wasn't he? Yeah, he was a bit meh, but you know, it's fine. And this Australian goalkeeper, he came all the way over, you know, me, so I'll give him a contract. See how he gets on. And because I'm a big fan of Hungary, we gave this Hungarian centre back a contract as well, because you know, why not? And this Azerbaijan player, who I love his Syria players, so he's gotten a contract and he's been training since he arrived to be a DM. So we're going to hope that he can actually do something with his career. So going into the PSG game, this is how we're lining up. We have Bingham in goal, Horvat and Michael as our wing backs, Delict and Garvadella as our centre backs, Bakasha in central as the DM, Lvly and Eduardo Luiz as our central midfield, Baramo and Catrone as our wide men, with Kyle George starting up front. Nobody is unavailable for today's game. Gracier is a bit tired after he had an injury. Arne Meyer had a little niggly injury. Although to be fair, Arne Meyer doesn't play too many games anymore. I'm so sad. But Eduardo Luiz and Fabian Arp they're the way forward. They're the players of the future for Hertha Berlin. Arne Meyer, unfortunately, I think he's old news, which is disappointing. This is quite a strong PSG side. There's some very good players like Livakovic, Adriozola, Diaz, Bastoni, Salah, Zanolo, Pedri, Haaland, Milenkovic is sitting on the bench. Is that Marco Grujic, ex-Hertha player, sitting on the bench? Marquinhos is there as well. They have quite a good side. It has to be said. So we're going to be fair, you know, saying that they've won 4 of their last 5. That's not that big of a deal. They are in France. They're the dominant team of France. So you'd expect them to be the ones dominating the league. I do have a balloon behind me as well. Because, it's my birthday. 30. Woo, big 30. Kyle George to Horvath, gets it across. Catrone doesn't get on the end of it, but Eduardo Luis picks up the loose ball. Kasha out to Michael. Michael, had he crossed that or even just laid it off to somebody in the box, I think we would have scored. Unfortunately, he decided to take the shot on himself, and their cross was too close to Bingham. What's Bingham going to do this? To Delict, all the way out to Michael. That was quite a nice pass. Michael, half and half pass. Like, why would you even attempt that? And Haaland is through, and Haaland scores. Of course he does. Haaland's 29th of the season. Again, he's playing in France. Any decent striker in France is going to score a lot of goals. This is not an amazing league. Kyle George is true, and he's scuffed that one. That was a terrible shot. We did drop Vinicius Jr. for this game because he's been in average at best form, whereas Catrone has been scoring goals every now and again. So I've decided to put Catrone on the left wing. I think it might give Vinicius the opportunity to come on and do something. Cause we do need to score. Being 1 down at home is the opposite of ideal. Delict gets on the end of Alexander Michaels, or is it Mitchell? I heard somebody say that name as Mitchell. Probably does make more sense because there's no A in it. So yeah, Alexander Mitchell. Yeah, we call him Mitchell from now on. So, Alexander Mitchell's free kick floats into the box, and Delict just slots it away. Cool as you like. Delict has fantastic composure. I'm going to say I'm not happy with what I've seen. Catrone, you have been unbelievably bad. Garvidal has been struggling as well. I don't think they're giving any blame to anybody about that goal we conceded. So I'm not going to blame anybody. I'm just going to tell everyone that's not playing well that I want them to play better. That I'm either unhappy or have faith in them. With Garvidal, we see how he gets on. He's not been great. Catrone, oh my god, who gave it up? It's Kasha. Kasha gave away a penalty. And of course Erling Haaland steps up, and Erling Haaland is going to put it in the back of the net because it's Erling Haaland. Yep. The last game that I actually managed in this save was a defeat as well with France. So we beat Belgium, which you'd be delighted to know. Beat Belgium and then lost to Kosovo. So I did give a lot of people debuts who weren't really in the position to be given debuts, I would say. But I decided, it's not that hard of a game. We'll give them all debuts, see how they get on. Yeah, it didn't work out well. Did not work out well at all. So we're going to make 2 changes there. We have Fabian Arp coming on for Lvly and Vinicius Jr. coming on for Catrone. Baramo to Horvath to Baramo. Kyle George, shots blocked, and their left back Vober, who seems to have picked up a knock, just turned and hoofed it into RowZ. Mo Salah, Zaniolo, oh my god, Castrovelli with I don't think he knew an awful lot about it, but they all count regardless. Salah to Haaland, Zaniolo, Castrovelli kind of swung a foot at it, hopeful more than anything, I would say. Alright, we're going to ask for a bit of passion. We're going to make a final change. Kasha is going to come off for a dare, and we're going to swap to 4-2-4 attacking. Fabian Arp gets it to Eduardo Luis. Adair. Mitchell. Kyle George. Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. comes off the bench and gets himself a goal. It's 3-2. I'm going to swap the two of you around. KO George with the assist for that one. Adair, who I think was playing as a DM for this highlight. Yeah, Adair was playing as the DM for the highlight, as a halfback. Had that gone wrong, you could only really blame me for putting a striker as a DM and not just changing it over in like tactics and doing it over here. But it's fine because we ended up scoring from it. So maybe Adair's new position is going to be as a halfback. Maybe we should train him as a halfback. Baramo gets it to Adair. Adair's not been in great form at all this season. It's been pretty terrible. So not really surprised that he didn't do well there. Bingham catches the free kick. That can't be the highlight. So there must be something else happens. Ruben Diaz gets to Manzano. And Bingham manages to get a hand to it. Puts it behind. We're losing 3-2, which is, it's less than ideal. I can't scream at the players because I've already done that recently by the laws of the game. Mitchell gets it away. Vinicius. Okay, they have another free kick. Can't show the players yet because I don't know how long ago I did it. Fabian up to Baramo. Vinicius Jr. Heavy first touch. Oh, Horvath, what a clearance. Bastoni takes it off Baramo. Baramo fights for it, but he doesn't get it. We've been the dominant team. They've just been far more clinical. We've had 6 half chances. They've had no half chance, but they've had 4 clear cuts and we've only had 2. Maybe tell the lads to push forward. Horvath reads the pass well, but Adair doesn't read anything well. I think Adair is probably not necessarily done, but he's definitely going to fall down the pecking order for next season. He started this year as one of the main strikers that I wanted to play. I was like, okay, Adair is going to be one of the 2 starting strikers most weeks, and he's rarely getting on the bench now. But to be fair, we did change formation as well, so we missed out on half the strikers starting the game. But Mitchell can't get the crossover. Vinicius. Eduardo Luiz is going to pick it up. Is the highlight going to continue? It does. Horvath gets it forward. Milenkovic gets it clear. And PSG are just passing it around us. Look. Lavakovic makes a mistake and Koyo George steals the ball away from him and gets a goal. So now it's 3-3. I would like to have at least a goal advantage going into the second leg. I'm not quite sure what Lavakovic was doing here, why he decided to kind of dawdle with it. Because he had 2 players closing him down. Push forward. Mitchell, Eduardo Luiz is offside. I'm not going to celebrate it. I know he's offside. He's offside. Yeah. No, he wasn't. He was never offside. Alright, so we've finished this game 3-3. What can you do? I'm going to say I'm far from pleased. That's what I said? Yeah. To be fair, Koyo George did have a good game. Proud of your equalising goal. Catrone, terrible. Anyone else play poorly? Not really. So, that is that Barcelona managed to beat Leon 3-1. So, I think the one that's hanging most in the balance from the first rounds, or the first legs, Juventus and Hoffenheim. I think Juventus probably have the advantage because there's no away goals in that game. Between us and PSG, we cannot concede in the next leg. And we need to outscore them. Basically, we need to just, as long as it's not a draw, unless it's 4-4, then we're fine. As long as we don't draw. If we lose, obviously, that's not good. that'll be the next episode, and we'll see how we get on in the second leg against Paris Saint-Germain. So if you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below saying happy birthday, please. I'm dirty 30 now. Woo, dirty 30. Thank you very much for watching, fellas, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.